Good morning. Happy August. A few folks I want to introduce you to this morning. Liz Spees is a new agent in our Corvallis office. Liz joins us from Keller Williams. Not only is Liz a new mom, but here's something not many of you can say. She was a dolphin trainer trained by SeaWorld. A little extra trivia there this morning. Becky Lear has kind of returned, not kind of, she's returned to our Albany office. Becky used to work with RE/MAX Integrity a few years ago. She went to work for Brand X, and now Becky's back, and we're sure glad you're back, Becky, with us at RE/MAX. Becky Schiffer is a new agent in the Eugene office. Becky's going to be joining us full-time about September 1st. She's just finishing up some other project. Becky has a background in property management and also a little real estate in the family. Sherry Smith, Becky is Sherry's sister. So welcome, Becky. We're glad you're here. Next week, you're going to be getting a survey from me, and it's a survey asking you to take a few minutes to rate different services we have within the office, telling me whether they're important to you or not important to you. So please be watching for that survey. It'll come by email next week rather. It's going to ask some questions: what office you're from, what is your production level, give or take. It is totally confidential. It's anonymous. We do not get the information back as to who responded. We just get the information that this agent's from Albany or blah, 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 blah. So please take some time, fill out that survey. It's totally anonymous, and we really appreciate your feedback. It helps us deliver better services even moving forward. This month's Marketing You was the Froyo, which has already gone out. Next month is the Professional Tip. You're seeing spring's Professional Tip because Scott's putting the final touches on the one for September. So for those of you on Marketing You, your clients will be getting a professional tip next month. That's the Marketing You program. If you have questions about Marketing You or aren't a member and want to join, just give Scott a call. You can email him or pick up your phone and dial extension 1515, and he will be there. Upcoming events we talked about last month. The Albany Air Show is happening August 23rd through 25th. Part of that air show is great exposure for RE/MAX. The RE/MAX balloon will be there doing free flights, assuming the weather cooperates with us. If you're interested in taking a balloon ride on the RE/MAX balloon on a free flight and are available the morning, and I do mean morning, like 6 a.m. before the winds kick up, on August 23rd, 24th, or 25th, shoot me an email. Those that are interested, we're going to put the names in the hat, and each person, it'll be them and a guest. There'll be 3 winners, because that's a total of 6 people that will need to be that are available to go up. So that's a no cost. Just shoot me an email if you're interested, and we'll get you in that drawing, and you'll know next week. For those of you in the Eugene office, mark August 28th on your calendar. We're having our first ever and last ever Wine, Whiskey, and Wags party. Some of you may have heard we're getting new carpet in the Eugene office, a long overdue in my opinion. The casino carpet is going away. Some nice new carpets being laid at the very, very end of August. So we're going to not christen the new carpet, but we're going to christen the old carpet. So we're having Wine, Whiskey, and Wags. That's the 28th. There'll be more information coming up on that. Lots of great food, lots of great fun, again, on August 28th. Jerry wanted me to let everybody know in Albany and Corvallis she won't be having her summer barbecue because her new house isn't ready, but her and Heather have got something up their sleeve, and they'll be getting some information out over the next week as to what's going on for their summer event up there. And, of course, Salem, we just had their grand opening party. For the education for this month, we don't typically have office meetings in August because everybody's so busy, and this August is no exception. You guys and gals are very busy. But one thing I did want to point out, as you can see here on the screen here, on the 14th of August, RE/MAX has a live webinar on how to improve your RE/MAX website. A lot of you have really embraced the RE/MAX Lead Street websites, which are new and a lot better than they used to be, quite frankly. This walks you through how to do that. This webinar is 1 hour in length. You can get to it a couple different ways. I actually went on this morning to remax.net, went to RU, went to the training calendar, and clicked on it for the 14th. It gave me the option to sign up for the webinar, which of course is free, or you can watch the pre-recorded webinar right there. So I opted to just watch it right there. All of these webinars are available. You should be getting that email from RE/MAX every month as to the available webinars, but I would certainly try to click in on that one on the 14th. If you can't make it on the 14th, do the pre-recorded one. Talking points this month. As you can see here, every month I've committed to do talking points. So on these talking points, I would encourage you to print these out, use them in your listing appointment, buyer presentation appointment. It is also connected to this email, so you can just click on the PDF connected to this email and use that in your appointments if you'd like. Lots of good statistical information as far as what's going on in the market. One of the things you're going to see across the board this month is that the days on market is down 8 to 16% depending on which market you're in. The volume is up in all markets. Benton County is a little more level than most, but take a look at those and know your stats. I put those together every month so you can quickly look at those stats to be able to talk very intelligently, very quickly about what's going on with the market. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit about fall is coming, and we have had a hot market in 2013. I think everyone would agree. And while I still think the market's going to be robust, I think in this last quarter, moving into fall and winter, we're going to see things slow down a little bit. We're already seeing market inventory increasing a little bit. Not near as many multiple offers. We're not seeing the entry-level price range appreciate at double-digit rates like it has been, which is a good thing. For those of you that have had buyers that kind of got frustrated and got out of the market, I would encourage them to take another look. Things aren't quite as competitive. There's more inventory available. At the end of my memo here, after I give our little trivia contest, there's actually a video that I would encourage you to continue to watch. It's a 2-minute video. It's a quick hit off of RE/MAX, and it's Brian Buffini talking about what to do to re-engage with your sphere, because as the market got busy, all of us humans tend to be the same way. We get dealing with what's in front of us, but you need to make sure you're cultivating that sphere, because for a RE/MAX agent, for most of you listening, that is the bread and butter of your business. You need to make sure you're nurturing that business. So at the end of this video, I would encourage you to continue watching. I've downloaded the quick hit from remax.net for you, so you don't even need to go find it. Good information to have. Great. The idea of the month. Last month I talked to you about an idea Fred had. This month I want to talk to you about something that Pam Rogers here in the Eugene office has done in the past. I don't know if Pam did this summer, but I know last summer she did some, I guess I would call them happy hours, and she didn't call them happy hours, where she, at a local restaurant here, El Torito, invited like 10 or 12 clients, not a bunch of clients, and her T&D guy and a lender and a escrow person, just to come over, have a drink, have some hors d'oeuvres, visit for a couple hours, maybe from like 5 to 7 in the evening. She got the manager at the restaurant to kick in a server specifically for an area or a room that she got reserved, gave her half-price appetizers, half-price drinks, so very inexpensive, kind of invited some like-minded clients she knew would mesh. Did a series of those, 3 or 4. I know a couple years ago Pam invited me to one. She hasn't invited me back, and I'm not even a drinker. I just drink ice water, Pam. I'm a cheap date. Come on. So that is a great idea. I think it might be something. I know a lot of you have bigger client appreciation events. It might be something you might want to consider as a way to kind of enter into client appreciation events. They don't all need to be big, great parties, although I know agents are very successful at those as well, but kind of a different twist on that. Last thing up before the video I talked about, each month there's going to be a little trivia contest. Remember, the person that answers the trivia question first via my email wins a $50 gift certificate for dinner, and the first 3 people that answer get their trip to the Vegas convention, which is next February, kicked in. That is going to be airfare, convention registration, and hotel. I do not cover your bar bill. Sorry about that. So here is the trivia. It's a video trivia question, or a picture. This photo of Jan Solman, who is an agent here in our Eugene office, and myself, what year was it taken? I specifically put that up there this time because we have a lot of agents that haven't been with us that long that say, has Kevin really ever even sold real estate? And yes, I sold real estate. I had more hair. It was darker hair. Jan and I kind of kicked off the team thing. Of course, we like to take the credit for it. You'll notice the sign says Solman and Simran, and that's because Jan was born 2 months earlier than I, so she gets top billing. So just send in your answer to that. Go ahead and watch this video for the next couple minutes. I think you'll enjoy it, and have a terrific summer.
Here's our triangle offense. Here's the system. It's about your database. You have A pluses, A's, B's, and C's, and D's. I don't have the time to go into it in detail, but the A pluses are your very best customers. Your very best customers. The D's are the jackasses you need to delete. The A's would be people who've referred you once in a while. The B's would be people in your sphere of influence. The C's would be new people that you add to your database. And the D's are the people to be what? Deleted. Okay? A's, B's, C's, and D's, and then that's it. We're burn, baby, burn on the D's. We have a triangle approach to this. Contact, care, and community are the 3 applications. Contact. How do we make contact? What's the #1 fundamental of contact? You want to write this in. It's outgoing calls to your database. So we know that only 23 people in the room are currently emphasized in sales and marketing sufficiently. We know that the number one fundamental is I have to have a database, and I'm going to make outgoing calls to my database is the number one practice. Now, folks, lock in. Here it is. This is as good as it gets. If you're going to call people and you look at your list, who do you call first? Do you call the D's, the C's, the A's? Who do you call first? What was that? Shout it out. You call your very best customers, your favorite people, your most loyal advocates first. Everybody's strapped for time. So if you're going to start somewhere, you start with the very best and you work your way out. Outgoing phone calls to your database. Can you say that with me? 1, 2, 3. Outgoing calls to my database. That's the number one fundamental of this business. That is the number one fundamental of this business. That is the number one fundamental of this business. Did you guys hear what I'm saying?